You hatch at the edge of a river that has spent 40,000 years assuming your kind was finished. You're a crocodile. That part the river understands. But your legs are wrong. Too long. Too far under you. And your teeth are wrong, curved and serrated like knives. And the water in front of you, the thing every crocodile on Earth is built around, is optional. You are the one crocodile that doesn't need the water to kill. Down in the shallows, something older than the trees is watching you work that out. It owns the wet. It's about to learn it doesn't own anything else. You're a Quinkana, and this is a modern Aussie river. Right, let's run it. If you want to see more extinct things dropped where they don't belong, you know the drill. Subscribe, and I'll keep running the Sims. You come out of the egg in the leaf litter above the waterline, North Queensland dry season. The heat sits on you like a hand. Below you, the river has shrunk into a chain of water holes, and every animal for a long way around is being slowly herded toward the same few pools by thirst. You don't know any of that yet. You're the length of a boot, and you're hungry. Instinct says water. Every crocodile instinct ever written says get to the water. So you do, and it's a mistake immediately. The shallows have owners. Saltwater crocodiles, packed into the last of the wet like commuters, and to them you're not a cousin. You're a snack with legs. One of them turns toward you with the low, patient wake that has ended 100 million small lives. You leave. That's the whole trick. You just leave. You walk up the bank, actually walk, body high, tail off the ground, and the wake behind you stops at the waterline like it hit a wall. The big animal in the shallows watches you go with an expression that hasn't changed since the dinosaurs. It doesn't follow. It can't. Out here, past the mud, it's a boat with legs. You're not. So the river teaches you the first rule of your new life on the first day of it. The water is theirs. Everything else is negotiable. You spend your first weeks in the margins. Bugs. Skinks. A water bird that lands wrong. You are small, and North Queensland in the dry is a bad place to be small. Dingoes work these banks. Feral pigs will eat anything that doesn't argue, and the sky is full of things with opinions. A wedge of shadow passes over you one afternoon, and you freeze in the grass for an hour. Whatever it was, it moves on. That should have killed you. It didn't. The bush is out of practice. Because here's the thing about this river in this century. Everything in it knows the rules. Prey watches the water. Prey drinks fast, ears up, eyes on the surface, because for 40,000 years the only crocodile here has been the kind that waits in the wet. Nothing, not the wallabies, not the pigs, not the cattle on the station upriver, spends 1 second worrying about the bank itself. Nothing watches the grass. You grow, and you learn to be the grass. Field note, the animal is real. Quinkana fortirostrum, a Mecasuchine crocodilian, a whole branch of the crocodile family that is now completely extinct, no living descendants at all. The first piece science found was part of a skull, pulled from cave deposits near Chillago in North Queensland, and its teeth are the giveaway. Flattened side to side, curved back, serrated, blade teeth. A water crocodile has cone teeth, built to grip prey and drown it. This animal's teeth are built to cut. Because, the argument goes, it hunted where drowning isn't on the menu. On land. How big it got is genuinely argued. Somewhere around 3 meters, possibly a lot more. No complete skeleton exists. The record stops at the bones we have. 2 years in, you're longer than a man is tall, and you've settled into a shape this river has no file for. Your first real hunt is a wallaby. Dry season again. It's always dry season when the killing is easy. And the mob comes down to the waterhole in the last light, doing everything right. Ears turning, eyes on the water. They stand off from the edge and take turns, the way their ancestors learned, watching for the wake, the bubbles, the 2 knuckles of a submerged skull. Textbook. You're 11 meters behind them, lying in the buffel grass, and you have been there since noon. The wind shifts. A young one strays toward you, cropping at the dry stems. 1 step, 2, and then you're up, high walk, legs driving, closing the gap faster than anything shaped like you has any right to. and the mob detonates in every direction, and the young one breaks the wrong way. The teeth do the rest. Not a grip, a cut. You don't hold on and wrestle like your cousins in the water. You slash, step back, and let the wound make your argument for you. It's over in moments. The mob is still running. They'll be back at the same waterhole tomorrow, watching the water, which, out here, barely rates. The pigs are a different education. Feral pigs run these floodplains in mobs, and they are armored, mean, and not from around here either. Two invaders meeting on a riverbank, neither with any ancestral memory of the other. The first boar you try doesn't run. He turns, and the two of you have a short, loud disagreement in the shallows of the grass, and you learn that a cut-and-wait strategy works less well on something that charges the weight. You take a tusk graze along the ribs for that lesson. That should have killed you. It didn't. You adjust. Pigs you take young, or you take from behind, or you don't take at all. Even an extinct apex learns to read the room. Then there's the fence. You find it in your third year, pushing inland along a cattle station boundary. A line of wire and steel posts running dead straight to the horizon, through country that used to belong to nothing. You've never seen a straight line before. Nothing in your world is straight. You walk it for a kilometer, and on the far side, big slow animals stand in the heat, fat and calm and utterly unwatched. Cattle. More meat in one paddock than a Pleistocene floodplain carried in a season. You test the wire with your snout. It bites you. A hard, wrong snap of pain, and you recoil into the grass and lie still for a long time. The country makes food now. It also makes rules. You file both facts and move on. And through all of it, one habit never leaves you. Every kill, every rest, every season, you stay near the water. Never in it, near it. The prey has to come to the pools, so the pools set your table. But the bank is where you live, and the strip of grass between the wet and the dry is yours. And after 4 years, everything on this stretch of river has quietly rewritten its rules. The wallabies stand further back now. The pigs come in daylight. The river is learning what the bank remembers. Field note: how much land, how much water? The record argues with itself here. The legs and the blade teeth say runner. A crocodile built high off the ground, cutting prey it could never drown. Most researchers back the terrestrial reading. But the counter-argument is stubborn, and it's a fair one. Every dig site that holds this animal sits near old freshwater. The legs say runner. The dig sites say it never strayed far from the wet. Both can be true. A bank hunter, working the edge where the drinkers come, but we can't confirm it. No leg bones have been found attached to a Quinkana skull. The record stops here. Year 6. You're big now. The upper end of whatever the estimates would dare say, and the dry is the worst in a decade. The river is down to 3 pools on your whole stretch, and the middle one is the deepest, and the deepest one has an owner. The salty has been here longer than the cattle station. 5 meters of him, maybe more, a dominant male with a head like a car bonnet, and every animal on this river plans its day around where he isn't. For 6 years, the two of you have run the same waterhole on different shifts. Him in the wet, you on the bank. 2 crocodiles, 2 rulebooks, no overlap. The drought ends the arrangement, because the prey has stopped coming to his pool. Your work on the bank has taught every wallaby and pig on this river that the deep pool's edges are death from 2 directions, and they've shifted to the shallow pools downstream. Too shallow for a 5-meter ambush predator to hide in. You've been eating for both of you. He hasn't eaten in a month. It happens at dusk. You've taken a pig at the shallow pool, clean, fast. The wound doing its work, and you're feeding at the waterline when the surface of the pool folds open and he comes out of water that had no business hiding him. 600 million years of ambush, aimed at you. The first strike misses your skull and takes your tail. Cone teeth, grip teeth. He clamps and hauls, and the world tilts as he tries the only move he knows. Drag it to the wet, roll it, drown it. It has worked on everything he has ever done it to. You are the one animal on this continent it was never designed for. Because you don't fight the drag, you cut. Blade teeth again and again into the one thing he has exposed, the jaw, the eye socket, the soft skin behind the smile, and he has no file for this either. Prey that carves. He's built to absorb a struggle, not an edit. He lets go. You should leave. The maths says leave. He's bigger, older, and the water is right there. You don't leave. You put yourself between him and the pig, high on your legs, mouth open, and the two of you stand in the shallows at the exact line where his world ends and yours begins. He holds. You hold. Then he slides backward into the dark water, and the surface closes over him like nothing happened, and the river is quiet. You eat, slowly, facing the water. Your tail is torn and you'll carry the scar for the rest of the sim, and somewhere in the pool a 5-meter animal is realizing the bank has an owner again. Which, by this river's standards, is just the old arrangement. Restored. Here's the part I can't fix. The first time around, your kind didn't lose to the salties. You ran this bank beside them for millions of years. The second biggest predator on the continent, behind only the giant lizard. Then, around 40,000 years ago, you stop. The bones just end. Same horizon as the giants, the marsupial lions, most of the big things. Right about the time a new animal walks onto the continent. Nobody can prove what happened. The record stops. But the people of this country never quite let you go. In Cape York, on the rock walls, they painted spirit figures, the Quinkans. When science finally dug your skull out of a cave near Chillago, it borrowed their name for you. The river forgot you in 40,000 years. The rock never did. That's the sim. I'll see you in the next one. Drop the next creature in the comments. Top one with the most replies gets dropped into Australia next week. And if you want the back catalogue, the Outback Files playlist is right there. The Megalania's still in it. So is everything else.